What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Pickups. I don't have a whole ton of games to show you today, but I do have about 10 games that I picked up over the last month or 2 months or so. And before I actually get into that, I want to give a big shout out to the DreamcastGaga store. This is an online store run by one guy over in Japan, and he specializes in Japanese Dreamcast games, systems, and accessories. It's an awesome store, tons of different games and systems and accessories to choose from, great prices, great service, fast shipping, the whole 9 yards. This guy's really awesome. I highly recommend you check out the store if you're interested in getting some import Japanese Dreamcast games. Check it out in the description below, and I'll also put a link right about here. So definitely check that out. He's also been generous enough to offer a discount to all of you. So if you want to order from him, send this code right here, and I'll also put this code in the description below as well. Email that code along with your order, and he'll give you a generous 25% off your order, plus a free game of your choice from Sonic Adventure, Guilty Gear X, or Samba de Amigo. So a big thanks to him for offering that discount and free game. That's really awesome of him. Definitely go check him out. I got a few games from him myself, which I'll be showing you here in a second. Alright, so first off, we'll start off with the games that I got from the DreamcastGaga store. I got 3 different Japanese Dreamcast games, all for $23.50 shipped, which I think was a pretty good price. I think it was around $23.50. It could have been slightly varied. It was converted from UK pounds, which is the currency that the store uses. Yeah, the first game I have here is Tokyo Bus Guide. This is a very interesting game. It's actually a simulator, really, that you drive around a bus around Tokyo, and you basically have to follow the rules of the road, because if you do not, you'll get tons of penalties, and you won't last very long. If you get too many penalties in the game, you will get a game over, and you'll have to start all over. It's an interesting game, definitely not for everyone, but it is a cool game. I like it personally. It's a pretty relaxing game to play, just casually. And you can check out my video on this. I did a video of this recently, and I wasn't doing very good at it. It was the first time I was playing the game. You can check that out here if you want. But the next game I have here is Pen Triicelon. This is another interesting game. It's not a Japanese exclusive. This did come out in America and I believe PAL regions as well. But basically you're going through these races in the game as alien penguin-like creatures. Yeah, it's an interesting game. You can check out my video on this as well. And the next game I have here is Capcom vs. SNK. This is Capcom vs. SNK. It's a fighting game, as you might imagine. I haven't actually played this yet, but yeah, I'm sure it's pretty much, if you played any fighting game, then you'll probably know exactly what to expect here. What's kind of odd about this particular game is it has a slightly thicker case than your average Dreamcast game. It's not a standard jewel case, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, those are the 3 games I picked up from the DreamcastGaga store for $23.50. Pretty good deal there. Alright, so the next game I have is another Dreamcast import. This time is actually a PAL import, and that is Planet Ring. Planet Ring is an online-only game that was released only in Europe. It was given out for free with the official Dreamcast magazine over there, and it was also sold at retail, bundled along with the Dreamcast microphone. Now, this game no longer works because it is an online-only game, but you will soon be able to play this game again, because some guys over at the Dreamcast Talk forums are working on getting private servers up and running for this. So that is the whole reason I actually bought this. And I got it on eBay for $9 $1.87, which was, you know, an alright deal. It was pretty much the average price for this. It doesn't sell for much because you can't actually play it anymore, but you soon will be able to play it. It's a compilation of mini games. You can see some screenshots on the back here. And yeah, you can do up to, I think, 4 different players per game, which is pretty cool. And it has this online lobby type thing where you can have up to 32 players in it. It sounds pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to trying this out. But yeah, that's Planet Ring for the Dreamcast. Next up, I have a couple Dreamcast games from Amazon, and the first of which is Wetrix Plus. I got this for $5.99 on Amazon Complete. It is a puzzle game. The goal of the game is to basically evaporate as much water as you can. Now you do this by altering the land around you. You alter it and try to make different ponds, and then fill the ponds with water and evaporate the water using meteors. It's a really interesting puzzle game and a lot of fun. I highly recommend you check this out if you haven't already. The disc is actually in one of my Dreamcasts apparently. But yeah, it is complete and nice condition. Definitely one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast. Check it out if you haven't already. It's a very cool puzzle game. Next up we have Vigilante 8, Second Offense. I got this for $6.98 on Amazon. It is basically a car combat game in the same vein as Twisted Metal. So if you like Twisted Metal games, you probably like this. It's a pretty good game. I definitely recommend you check this out. It is a bit glitchy. You tend to clip through objects a lot in the game, including other cars. But it is a pretty cool car combat game. I mean, you don't have too many choices when it comes to car combat on the Dreamcast. In fact, I think this is the only car combat game on the Dreamcast. But yeah, Vigilante 8, Second Offense. So that brings us to the end of the Dreamcast games. So on to my one Saturn pickup, which is this game here. This game is called Jikyu Powerful Puroyaku 95. This is a baseball game, kind of an animated style baseball game. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It is a game by Konami, as you can see here. I do have a Dreamcast game in the same series, and I really like that, so I thought I'd pick this up. It looks pretty fun. The Dreamcast game has a really cool home run derby mode, which I really enjoy playing. And I'm hoping this game is just as fun. I picked this up for really cheap. This was only $2.30 shipped all the way from Japan. So a really good deal on that. Okay, so on to the last 3 pickups here. These last pickups are a bit unusual because I don't actually own the system that I need to play these games. The only reason I actually bought these was because they were extremely cheap. I bought all 3 of these games for $5 shipped on eBay, so I definitely couldn't pass them up for that price. That's less than $2 a piece. So yeah, here we go. The first of these 3 Master System games is Missile Defense 3D. Missile Defense 3D is actually one of the games that uses the Master System 3D glasses. I don't know if it's actually required to play the game, but obviously it does support them. I actually want to pick up the 3D glasses for the Master System as well, because I've seen some reviews online of them, and apparently they're really, really good. So I definitely want to give those a try. So it's cool to have some games that support them. I actually have another game here, Zaxxon 3D. And the final game is Shanghai. Now, I actually haven't played any of these games, obviously, since I don't actually have a Master System. But I believe Zaxxon is a Spaceship shooter. Missile defense is obviously missile defense. And Shanghai, I'm not really sure what it is. I think it may be a beat-em-up game. But yeah, if you've played any of these games, let me know how they are in the description below. But yeah, that's pretty much all my pickups for the last couple months or so. If you've enjoyed this video, guys, please comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.